Hello there and welcome to Fairyland Cottage, and thanks very much for joining me here today. It's nearing the end of 2020, so I thought I'd share my favourite habits that I've incorporated especially this year on a regular basis, and I'm going to keep going into the year 2021. So the first one being tongue scraping. I've done this before, but I am now doing it on a daily basis. So things like debris, bacteria and dead cells can build up over time on the tongue, and our toothbrush can't get rid of them. So a tongue scraper is a great investment for your overall oral health, and I'll leave a link down below of the proper technique if you're interested in trying. The next habit that I have been incorporating into my daily life is where I am consciously choosing to be free of the good opinion of others. So I'm basically trying to stop my attachment to what other people think of me. And if you've ever heard of Dr. Gabor Maté, I've mentioned him before. I love his work and what he does, and when he talks about authenticity and how if we deny our authenticity in order to attach or to belong or to be loved, then we can become ill. So I'm just checking in every day with myself and making sure that I am respecting the opinions that I have. I'm making sure that I'm getting good quality advice, but I'm making sure that I'm getting my own advice and that I'm being authentic to myself rather than trying to overplease other people. And I've noticed a huge improvement in mental health and just feeling more calm and happier. The next habit that I've been incorporating this year on a daily basis is eating more dark green leafy vegetables, especially kale. Now, kale is particularly easy to grow. I'm a beginner grower and it's very forgiving. And what I love about kale is it really deserves the name superfood because it's packed full of vitamins and minerals, particularly things like vitamin K, vitamin A, C, B6, folate, manganese. There's fibre in there, calcium, protein. And I love that with something like kale, it's so easy to get into the diet. You can pop into smoothies, you can make kale crisps, you can pop it into soups or stir fries. You can make wonderful kale salads. So I just really wanted to do, no matter what I'm eating, to make sure I'm getting that dark leafy green vegetable into my diet every day. The next habit that I've been doing this year on a daily basis is remembering the caring habits and noticing if I'm doing the deadly habits and trying to eliminate them. So I've talked about these before many times. They're by Dr. William Glasser. And it's so important for our relationship with ourselves and our relationship with people in our life that we are using caring habits and we are eliminating the deadly habits. So basically this is to improve relationships. And I have noticed miraculous results for every single relationship in my life by using the caring habits and reducing the deadly. The next habit I've incorporated this year is the 5 Tibetan Rites. Now, a lovely viewer suggested them to me. I tried them out and I absolutely love them. So the 5 Tibetan Rites are supposedly about 2,500 years old, and they're known as the Fountain of Youth. And it's just 5 simple moves. They're easy to do. You build up from about 3 repetitions, eventually after a month or 2 to 21 repetitions. The next habit I've been doing this year in particular is stop reading the news. I have just been turning it off. I never look at it anymore. I'll look at things like recipes, baking, anything else. I never found it is beneficial for my health. Particularly this year, I have found it has been quite destructive. So I'm the only one who can control my behaviour. So I just turn it off, stop watching it. I turned it off on my phone. And I have noticed a huge benefit in my mental health, less anxiety, more calm. And any news I really need to find out, I'll always find out. The next habit I've been doing on a daily basis is getting turmeric into my diet, mostly in the form of turmeric tea. You can do it with boiling water or milk. And turmeric is filled with curcumin, and curcumin is an anti-inflammatory, and anti-inflammatory are great for our body. So it's a really simple way of making sure I get an anti-inflammatory into me every single day. And it's also a delicious drink. So I've shared it a few times. I'll leave links down below to recipes. I pop in some cinnamon as well, some cardamom, some fresh turmeric powder, some ginger is another great one for health and well-being. And I'm drinking this now on a daily basis, and I definitely have noticed an improvement in my body aches and pains. So with all of these habits, they're habits that I have taken on this year, during the year, some of them only recently, but I found them hugely beneficial, and I'm going to keep them going long term. So the next habit I'm incorporating into my life is choosing time wisely. So we all are given a certain amount of time in our life, and we're all given a certain amount of time every single day. It never changes. It's always 24 hours, and we get to choose what we're going to do in those hours. So I'm trying to become more conscious this year of how I spend my time, who I spend my time with, enjoying my time more, being very conscious of what I'm feeding myself, whether that's metaphysically or just with food, ideas, just making sure that everything fits okay for me and that I'm not wasting my time. The next habit I'm doing in this year is stopping social media every single weekend for 48 hours. This has been a game changer for me. There's something about just having a break for the 2 days that resets everything. I find I'm calmer, I've more time at the weekend, and I just pop the Instagram into the folder, and then on a Friday night, and I don't go back to it till the Monday. And I've been doing it now for so long, it really is just a habit. And it really is true, the more you just build up habits, the easier they become. So at the beginning, there was something that was missing at the weekend if I wasn't on social media, whereas now I really enjoy the break. The next habit I'm doing this year is making sure that my alarm is in the kitchen. So I get up really early in the morning, and if I have it in the bedroom, I just seem to put it on snooze more often. So what I started this year is putting it out in the kitchen, and by the time I've gone out to turn it off, well, I don't even want to go back to bed again. So they're my 10 habits that I've incorporated this year, and I'm going to keep going for 2021. So I would love to know your habits that you've taken on board this year that are new, that you've been doing more on a regular basis, that have been benefiting you, and that you're keeping going for 2021. So let me know in the comments below or over on Instagram. And thanks as always for watching this video. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next one.